All right. Hi, everybody. While I wait for the theme song to finish playing, I just want to let you know I'm a little late this week, obviously, on posting this video, but I just got over like 4 days of virtual immersion for class, and 3 of those days were morning till evening, or not evening, but like late afternoon, and there were very few breaks. And I know this is hard to believe, but once you reach a certain age, it's actually even harder to do that than it was when you were in high school or middle school, and you're like sitting there like, dear God, how did I ever do this as a kid every day for like 5 days a week? I know in some countries it's more than 5 days a week. I just got done doing that for the doctoral program I'm in, and so I'm excited to kick back and watch some Dragon Quest with you all, and I hope that you enjoy this. As you can see, I have a new setup. I assembled a IKEA desk um, and had help flipping it up because I can't like lift certain things on my own because of my spine. So, but I did assemble it all on my own. So in fact, I assembled it before the first full day of all those classes and then sat through everything. So I'm really happy about how things went. So anyway, here's Dragon Quest, episode 4. We are at the Dark Lord Hadlar's return, and as you can remember, um, in the prior episode, he turned into a dragon. So Dai is going to have to encounter this trial this episode, and it looks like we're going to get some of the Dark Lord as well. So I'm starting, for those of you who are new, I start from, I'll let you know what timestamp I'm at, and you can follow along if you want, or you can just watch me here react. I do not have the audio on my speakers because, one, I have dogs, I live in an apartment, in an urban setting. You probably can reason that out why I have headphones on. And two, it's because honestly, like I tried at first not to have any of the audio because I didn't want to like make Toei mad at me because I didn't want to do any copyright infringement. Like that is not my intent here at all. I'm just here to have fun. And and it ended up like leaking through my headphones anyway. So you might hear things. I'll be describing some stuff through my reacts as we go. So that's how I do these if you haven't joined me before. If you have, thanks for sticking with me, and let's get to some Dragon Quest. All right, I'm at timestamp 141, all right? 3, 2, 1, and now we're going. There we go. Sorry. Haha. Such heroic journey music. Let me see here. Yeah, okay. All the new lighting and stuff. I'm like, is everything looking all right for people? Okay. Oh, dang. What the hell? Lightning. Sweet. Okay. Oh, this must be the Dark Lord. So sinister. Oh no, he's near the islands. And he sees the barrier. So he says Puff and he's turning into a dragon? I mean, Puff the magic dragon. Anyway, Puff, it's an ancient mythical attack spell, says Gramps. Okay, so some power dynamics here. Among all the monsters, dragons are the most powerful in this world. Only a true hero can fight one and overcome it. Some good exposition, world building, just really briefly. So Grandpa's there, and oh god. You can't just slash at it like it's... Yeah, exactly. A dragon skin is harder than steel in this world. An Avon-style sword technique, Earth Slash. Yeah, you can't win with just brute strength. Oh, look at it's barbecued Dai. Aww. The cuteness. I don't know what you're practicing, but I wasn't training to compete with Dai. I want to be perfectly clear about that. Are you Tsundere? Just personality-wise, that's all. He is. Ah, Avan? Oh, turned into a dragon. I just had a flashback to Courage the Cowardly Dog, always transforming into things that are troubling people, trying to tell them what's going on. Oh, Dai can barely... Oh, so he's like, why is he testing him when Dai's not ready? He's all freaked out. He's like, I must go help my fellow student. Okay, so Slash is strength based, so he's right. He can't use it. Slice this, or slice this, or slice there. Oven style sword technique is based upon those 3 different slashes and the elements. Okay. Oh, wave slash is speed. Requires an attack that slices the sea. Well, I mean, I guess, but now I'm just thinking about all the different kinds of dragons that exist in mythology, so, and it's fine. And the elements assigned to them. But this is fire-breathing dragon, so. Oh, he did catch on. But is it? I love that he has his glasses on as a dragon. It's like, don't do it. He gonna do it. He gonna wave slash. Okay. That's intense. Oh, okay. I didn't. Well, he did slice the flames. Oh, you scratched his nose. Ouch. Oh, it hurt him so bad he turned back into his regular form. He broke the spell. What does his nose look like now? He's all freaked out over being slashed in the face. I mean, yeah, you would be, but it was a scratch on his nose. You did do it. Is the master okay? I want to know what his face looks like. Using Puff for training is crazy. What if you burned him? Yeah, he should have, really. Dai split the sea when he faced that gargoyle. Oh, he was seeing if he could do it again. He might be able to pull off the wave slash right away. Yeah, don't risk your student's life on a hunch. You seem rather upset. Were you really that worried? No. No. Earth Slash is a strength attack. Wave Slash is a speed attack. Okay, what's the last one then? Mm-hmm. I really like the background music in this show. It's very nice. So you can slice flames and blizzards. Interesting. Such passion. Oh, his nose is red. Oh no, his nose is starting to hurt more. Light crack spell. So he's using ice. Aw. He made ice for his nose. What do you mean by nice? He keeps calling Pop out on being, like, considerate towards his fellow student, and he hates it. It's great. Aww, he is ratting him out about to compete with him, yeah. Oh no, I sense the Dark Lord, probably. I'm just guessing that's what he's sensing. Oh, he's just trying to get into the magic circle, the barrier. Okay. That's fine. He's just causing an earthquake to do it. Having lived in earthquake country a lot, like most of my life, that is horrifying. Only bad guys can't come in, but a normal monster wouldn't be able to set foot inside. So he knows it has to be somebody incredibly powerful. Yeah, he realized it. I got so used to earthquakes, I just was like, I'd wake up and I'd be like, oh, and I'd check some things, be like, oh, and then I'd go back to bed. Oh no, it's affecting Gramps. That means it's going to affect all the monsters. Except one. Gomer? I think it's, yeah. Oh, okay, well that barrier is just straight up gone now, I think. Magic circle, barrier. They're interchangeable sometimes, depending on what you're using them for. So you're really back, Dark Lord. Dun dun dun. Neither student knows what the Dark Lord looks like, apparently, including Pop. The resurrected Dark Lord, Hadlar. Oh, dear God. Guildmane, Oldsmar, the land of Carl. No, excuse me, it's Olsame. I was having trouble reading the script. Pop is super freaked out. Okay, so Gramps knows it's the Dark Lord. Face and body, he looks younger than he remembers, says Gramps. This is alarming. He has a lot of vitality, which means he probably got it from somewhere. Oh, so he's encountered Avan before, and Avan is a hero. Big reveal. Long ago, you thwarted all of my ambitions, and even took my life. What? So Avan was the guy from the first part of the first episode. We were like, wait, what? When they did the flashback and then went way ahead in time. Compared to a darkling like me, humans are nothing more than chattels, says him. My life is worth more than thousands, if not hundreds of millions of them. Ah, good, great, wonderful. Now we're back into genocide territory. It's always genocide. You're even more disgusting than before. Oh, no. Gramps, you just now freaking remembered Avan as a hero? Just right now? Really? Like, I get that age can screw with your memory because I would know, but... No, Dai, do not fight with Avan. Alongside Avan. Yeah, go with Pop. Yeah, let's just hide behind a rock. I'm sure that'll save us. Well, I hope you enjoyed living on this island. I hope you did die, because it's about to go away if this is going to end up like Dragon Ball. Oh god, Pop is upset because he chose the wrong person to learn from because he didn't want this responsibility of being near these kinds of things. Oh my god. You're going about as a hero tutor, training warriors of justice. Yes, he is. So Avan is trying to reason out how he's returned. Which is a good idea to try and figure out. Oh. He caught it and just did this. I can defeat you here and clear the... Yeah. Without you getting limited amounts of people or folks involved. Fire! Sizzle! I wonder if Avan's going to die. Yay! Which means automatically, no, he's not gone or hurt. Oh, that's a nice effect. That face from the fire is a nice... Oh, God. He's laughing. That's a good laugh. Oh, it's burning up his robe? Well, that's an interesting reveal for what he really looks like without his cloak on. Heat and explosion type spells are my forte. You think it'd defeat me with an ember like that? So in other words, it did nothing, yeah. Let me show you the full measure of my hubris. Oh, he's drawing his sword. Okay, so he used Wave Slash. Yeah, that rock was not going to protect you. Get far away from there. I mean, he's even stronger than they last fought? Yeah, how indeed. Are you going to do the monologuing? Yeah, you want to know, you'll regret hearing the answer. Oh, here we go. Oh, he believes he's the Dark Lord, and he's not. Was resurrected through the power of a mighty ruler. He gave me a more powerful body than before. Oh, so he's possessing someone else's body? There's someone stronger than the Dark Lord? That's not good. Yeah, who is it? Tell us. Vern, the Dark King. Vern? Mighty god of the underworld who resurrected me after my defeat to you. Oh, jeez. He slept for a decade to replenish the power he lost. And then he swore loyalty to Lord Vern. Of course, Vern, whatever. Granted, ruler, he is now, oh, okay, he's ruling over the Dark Army now. He is now the Supreme Commander. I am Hadlar, the Dark Commander. Okay. Alright, so interesting. We were led to believe that's going to be the main enemy, and it's not really. So their literal enemy is actually a god? Okay. Okay, so they last fought 15 years ago because that was all part of Dive in the flashback in episode 1. Oh, he's offering Avan the opportunity to join him. Of course. Of course he refuses. Still the same answer. Okay, so he's offered that before. Ah, things fell. There we go. Yeah, he would eventually take your life. He's that kind of guy. He's like, don't be so sure, Chuckles. That's even more scary. Man. He is technically, he's right. He is just a servant to the Dark Lord. A commander is still a servant, you idiot. People just don't like being told that. Your students can watch you turn to ash. That's the strongest explosion. Oh, it's kaboom! It's the strongest spell like that. It's kaboom. Ooh, sword time again. I wonder if I'm right. Ah, blood. Okay, so Avan's Strash was the thing that killed him before. And he has a healing factor. Oh, shit. Now it's just a scar. Okay, so this dude who resurrected him, Varn, is of the underworld, so maybe that explains a healing factor. If in fact his body is actually even alive. I'm now starting to have all sorts of questions. Yeah, don't act like a fool. Oh, that's why he's so weak. Puff takes 3 to 4 times the magic power of a normal spell. This is not the first time he's done this. It is the limit of a human's power. Let me just look down on you before I kill you because I'm merciful. Oh, go, die, shank him. Oh, excuse me. His blade at his finger, and I was like, oh, yep, slamming him to the ground a whole bunch like a rag doll. Pop, do something. Do something. I mean, you can't help it if the poor kid jumped in because he's being rash. Oh, well, at least you came to, like, check on him. Yeah, you're in the sights now. You were before. He was just not noticing. Yeah, you mean nothing to me. That's what, right. He's not, yeah, if you want to live, get out of my sight. Oh, good. He has the arrogance complex, so he'll let people live who can kill him later. Great. Wonderful. Love it. Did Avan disappear? Oh, wait, no. He has another cut. Oh, Dai did cut his finger. Now he's going to kill them. Mm-hmm. Threat. Future threat. That's the look of somebody who's about to kill a kid. Jeez, that's horrifying. No student of Avan can be left alive after all. Oh no, I'm sensing a Gohan Piccolo situation. Please no. Please no. Please no. No. Dramatic strings in an orchestra are not a good thing in this situation. Oh, sorry, dog. You heard me banging on the desk. Probably thought it was the door. Ah, yes. That does look rather iconic and familiar, doesn't it? It's a good teacher, though, if they're willing to sacrifice themselves for their students. So that's the end of the episode. Ah! Screams. Okay. Well, I guess I could. I really love this ending theme song, but I'm going to skip over it to the pile of weapons and into the next episode preview for y'all. So here we are. The resurrected Hadlar's power was overwhelming. Even Avan, who had once defeated him, is forced into a corner. That doesn't look like it's going well. Avan shows his willingness to die to protect Dai and for the peace. Once again, Dai's power awakens. Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Dai. Next time, it is The Insignia of Avan. The adventure continues. Okay, so we're at episode 4, and we just finished it, and I'm kind of like, every time I watch this with you all, I'm always like, wait, it's done already? What? So, yeah, I don't really have any complaints about this episode. I felt like it was fine. It advanced the plot rather quickly. I kind of like it though, because I know like some of the prior comments from the last video were like, it's gonna probably keep this pacing, and y'all are right. Like, it's gonna keep that pacing, hopefully, because this is definitely evidence of that, because they're just keeping the whole thing going. And my God, my dog keeps barking, and I'm like really concerned. Okay, I think he's okay. We had a lot of dogs move in because there's been a lot of vacant apartments, and then a bunch of people have lost their jobs, and Nevada State unemployment has run out for a lot of people and the eviction stuff was lifted, and I think a lot of people are either leaving apartments or they're moving into apartments because they're fleeing other situations. So we've had like a big turnover in neighbors, and so there's like a lot more dogs around us than there used to be, which is fine, except the ones that like bark constantly across the street from where I'm at in some other units. And anyway, my dog wants to respond. And also I think he was like, what's this pounding at this desk? So my dogs are rescues. They're corgi mixes. They're brothers. And they were actually returned a number of times because people kept adopting them separately and they needed to be adopted together. By the time we adopted them, they were like 3 years old. So anyway, so yeah, I didn't have any problems with the pacing of this. I'm really, really liking how they're continuing to do battles. I feel like that they're, because like I always think about budgetary constraints when it comes to animation, and I feel like that they're managing that really well and are keeping the battles aren't like super jaw-dropping like they are in a lot of shows now or anything, but they're really still engaging. I feel like the music has a lot to do with that, and I don't know, maybe some of you who've seen the original take on this in the prior anime adaptation of this particular, I think it's the same, is it the same story? You tell me. And whether or not they're just borrowing the camera angles from like the older one, or whether or not they're sticking, and by camera angles, I mean like how they're drawing, how they're depicting each scene. I had to talk about this in, I think, the first video. And so like you feel more engaged and like in the battle, and how like a lot of times, especially Toei, Dragon Ball Super, I'm coming for you, even though I love the Dragon Ball franchise, that like it's not as dynamic or as engaging as other battles used to be, like in the 90s when people would be drawing animation. I don't always feel like it's because it was hand-drawn, even though that's an entirely different discussion, and I do actually prefer hand-drawn animation in a lot of ways. Yeah, like I don't know if that's why the battles are more engaging here, if they're using prior like materials to draw off of. It's not just like it would be if you were doing a manga and then making anime of it, or whether or not they're using like prior stuff from the last time they attempted to tell the story in an anime form. So that would be neat to know for those of you who've seen it before. And yeah, like I'm just having a good time. It was a good time. It's exactly what I needed after all the days that I spent in class being like I had a really good time, but it was intense. It was really intense. And I'm getting ready to do 2 more papers. Okay, buddy, pal, I gotta find out what's going on. Well, my dog is fine. He's just being a melodramatic butt about everything. He's also, when I say corgi mix, I mean, they're the size of corgis, or a little bit bigger, but one of them clearly has more chihuahua than the other, and that's the one that keeps barking. So, he literally is. He's like a glorified, oversized chihuahua, and I'm just like, buddy, pal, I know that you're a toy dog in a sheepdog's body, but can you calm down, please? Also, my poor baby is old. They're both old now, and his sight is going, and it's really windy in the desert today, and he's seeing the light with the trees, and he sees the light and the shadow in the room, and he thinks somebody is outside the window, and I'm like, there's no one here. I know you can barely see. You're fine. We're all fine. Calm down. And again, it was probably my fault because I was slamming my hand like excitedly on the desk, and he probably thought someone was at the door. My poor baby. Anyway, so he's had a talking to, but he's fine, and his brother is fine. His brother's just chilling in his house, being like his little like kennel, being like in his bed, being like, why are you like this? Like you can see it on his face. So this Jeff is being the melodramatic one, and Adam, and they came with those names, by the way. So yeah. Yeah, so I'll just leave that up to the rest of you about whether or not you can enlighten me about what the prior anime adaptation of the story looks like, and whether or not they're just literally taking scenes from that and just updating the animation or whatnot, or whether or not they're actually like, taking time to maybe think about how they're storyboarding things, which is cool. Especially in the world of seasonal anime where things have to get done immediately. Poor animators. Um, there is a particular football game on today, and we live in Las Vegas, so we have our Jack, human size, so like life size, human size. Life size. We're dealing with dragons in this episode, okay? Give me a break. This life size skeleton that's eyes glow, but we need to get his battery replaced so his eyes will glow again. And he has like a Raiders hat on, and like I used to work at Build Bear Workshop, so he has like this black and white dog that has a Raiders outfit on, the helmet and everything. And I call him Pakowski because we're a lot of things, but we're mainly like Polish, so like Janikowski, Raiders, okay? Like, used to be one of my dad's favorite players. And so, yeah, he's kind of hanging out like on Jack's shoulder, and Jack has the Raiders hat on, and he's like waving like in the window, and we have the window open. We don't right now, but we have the window open, so like our house is spooky a little bit. It has different decorations all over the place. But you know, Raider Nation people are just with spooky death motifs and stuff like Darth Vader constantly. So, East Bay, yeah. Anyway, oh shit, I did it again. I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm sorry. No, oh God, I'm sorry. Guys, please stop. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. So anyway, take care as you're able, y'all. By the way, the Raiders are actually not my favorite NFL team. They're my second favorite. My favorite is the Packers, which is hilarious because I'm lactose intolerant. In the States anyway. We do some messed up stuff to our dairy products here, and I found out that I can have dairy products. I can have actual milk in Scotland. I cannot. I've tried here, and I will just, you know. So, but yeah, I love the Packers, and I like the fact that I like them because also, like, being that I grew up in California, I was trying to understand the idea of people being such dedicated fans that they would de-ice bleachers, you know? And I was just kind of like, that is admirable. And so when I was a little kid, I'm like, that's my favorite team now because their fans are super cool and dedicated. So yeah, that's a thing. And yes, I did catch that horrible game last week. Anyway, enough of my NFL. I also watch rugby, but I've been not watching a lot of it this year because our cable package decided to get rid of like the 2 channels that had rugby on them. Yeah, I'm angry about it. There's also Major League Rugby, and I like the Seattle Seawolves. Anyway, have a good week, everyone. I'll see you next week. Thanks for sticking with this fairly long video with me rambling at the end. And yeah, again, this is Kelly with Eclectic Entries. Take care as you're able. Bye.